Greetings YouTube, Kevlar Chicken here. Today I'm gonna be playing a game of Battlegrounds, which is something I wanted to do on my channel just for the fun of it for quite some time. So this is gonna be a gameplay video. So those of you who like those, stay tuned, and those of you who want a gun or knife review, well, or some chopping videos, well, I'm sorry, but that's coming up at another time. So let's get on with the gameplay. And let's have some fun. Let's try to do a fun build, whatever that may be. So this is the auto battler of Hearthstone that became quite popular rather than the normal game. So I am entirely free to play. I haven't spent a cent on this game. So I'm only gonna get to choose between two heroes, and basically you upgrade your hero tavern and your units, and they battle with the opponent's units in turns. And one of the things you get is the hero power. So that was a big aspect of it. You used to be able to choose 3 instead of 4, now they toned it down to 2. You were able to buy it with gold that you can farm in game, but it cost a lot of gold. But so if you were saving up to play the current expansion, you kind of had to choose whether or not you wanted cards or to play Battlegrounds, but you still had the option, and a lot of people enjoyed Battlegrounds, and apparently they took that option so often that they removed it so that people can spend real money, I'm guessing. Which is a bit of a dick move by Blizzard. Like, people who spend that amount of money, like, they're not gonna be able to play competitively at all in the other aspects of the game. But you know, business wise, I'm still playing, so I guess a good move on their part. They're making a lot of money off of this game, don't get me wrong, but yeah, a bit of a dick move, honestly, Blizzard. But I do enjoy I do still enjoy this game quite a lot. And yeah, I have now a pretty interesting hero. This is the Death Knight, and with this reborn hero power is actually quite powerful with undead. So yeah, Arthas with undead, so it's quite thematic, you know, the Lich King. Because this unit has 0 attack and 2 health, meaning if something with 2 attacks bumps into it, it's gonna kill it. But it has a death rattle, which means upon dying it has this effect that it summons 2 1/1 skeletons. So something with 1 attack takes away 1 health. So if you have something with 1 attack and attacks a minion with 2 attack and 1 health, it's gonna kill it. That's value because this has 3 stats in total, but because of the health it dies to the 1 attack 1 health minion, even though it's a 2 attack 1 health minion. And when this reborns, now you're gonna see it in action. It can't attack, but the enemy is going to auto attack it, and it's gonna spawn these 2 little skeletons. And if I hadn't put my hero power on it, I wouldn't have the reborn effect, causing me to get 2 extra little spawns. So that's gonna be basically how this functions. And oh yeah, this adds attack, so now my minion can attack, which is even better. And each turn you have this gold amount here. The amount that you can see that's lit up is how much you can spend. Now I've spent all my gold, and you have a turn timer. So you have a certain amount of time to complete your churn. You're doing great out there. And when that churn is over, here you go. You just auto battle your opponent's warband, and whoever has the biggest build, which is basically who has the better stats, but it's not always about stats, it's how those stats trade into each other. Generally you want your highest attack minion first. I mean, there's a lot of aspects to this game, but
let's step up our game.
The most basic which I will try to explain is you get 1 gold every turn. A minion costs 3 gold. Selling it like this will give you 1 gold. So you can do some things with that. And you can trade it, you know, smartly, because some minions give helpful things when you trade them. For example, there are minions that trade for 3 gold, the pirate minion. So you can refresh more, or some minion might have a beneficial synergistic effect that when you trade you get something more out of it, so you might be incentivized to trade. But I'm getting off track here. I'm gonna try to run the basics. Each turn you get an extra gold, and this is your tavern. It costs 8 to upgrade, and you can see the little stars here. Each time you upgrade it, you get a chance to get better and better minions with stronger stats and effects, and you want to stack them in a synergistic way. And then you just enjoy the auto battler. What I really like about this game, most of you already know this, so I'm just gonna quit bothering you with the details. Just play the tutorial, honestly. It's just something to talk.
Your minions really pulled their weight.
Talk about. Yeah.
I like your odds.
And you just want to get this build as strong as possible with the highest stats and trade into your opponent's minions as efficiently as possible, which generally means for example, this 5 attack minion is getting a lot of value if it attacks this. Let's say this is the opponent's minion, this 5-2 minion, because 2 and 5 is 7 stats in total, and this is just 6 stats, and it's only 1 health, but it bumps the 5 health minion with its 5 attack, useful trade, and I get triggered the death rattle effect. Win-win.
You're doing great out there.
So yeah, I'm gonna concentrate a bit more on my playstyle now, instead of trying to explaining how the game works. So now I have blood gems.
Your minions really pulled their weight.
Oh man, this is gonna be such a cool build. Therefore, give a different friendly undead minion reborn. Nice. But I'm not gonna take that one.
Them in their tracks.
Okay, so now we just wait. Maybe. And oh yeah, I forgot to mention, you have 8 opponents in total. And this opponent died. When an opponent dies, you get to fight their ghost, depending on how you're performing. Usually, If you get beaten, you get a ghost, but sometimes you can be lucky and fight the ghost even if you're winning, like now. And the more minions you have in Tavern to your left after the auto battle, you can see that it's taking away from the health and armor of the opponent. And once your health reaches 0, you lose, and whoever survives in the top 4 gets points rank. So obviously it's very hard to be number 1 always, especially when you're constantly against 8 other players. But the main thing in Battlegrounds is to aim for a consistent top 4, at least if you're playing for rank, which I personally believe is a very boring thing to do in this particular auto battler, just because there's a lot more fun things to do. Like, winning is fun, but exploiting the mechanics, because there's a lot of mechanics in Hearthstone, and just making a really goofy build. Like, I quite often die trying to make a really goofy build, but when it works and when you kill your opponent with an incredibly goofy build, it's just so rewarding. I remember I had a... Damn, I really wish I had recorded that one. But I would probably need to put music and speed it up instead of rambling, so if I ever get a game like that, so you can just watch the fun part. No, this is more of a rambly filler video, sorry if that's not your vibe, but this is what I decided to do today. So, hey. But yeah, I remember I had a golden baron with golden bombs, and I forgot there was another card that made them explode even more, like it was some minor thing that had taunt, and it blew everything up, and then everything blew up again. It just cleared the whole board, including most of mine, so absolutely hilarious. And it's just fun to watch that mechanic happen, and it's so hard to pull off, but it's so rewarding when you do. You know, the bomb build is one of my favorites of all time. Not sure if I'm not even sure if bomb still exists, honestly. I haven't played in a while, so absolutely no idea about that. So right now what is happening is I'm stacking these death rattles, which you can see, but instead of going for the undead build, the way things are going, I'm probably going to end up making more of a quill board build. Something I might not have mentioned is when you get 3 of the same card, you get a golden version of the card. They kind of combine and leaves you a spot. You can see I have 7 minions here. It opens up a spot, and 1 minion gives you double the effect, but you need 3 of the same ones. And when you triple it, let's say now I'm Tavern 5, I get a Tavern 6 minion out of that golden, and that Tavern 6 is usually quite powerful. And if it's something relevant to my build, you know, it's even better. Sometimes it's completely useless, but usually it's quite good to get a Tavern 6 minion. I remember back in the day, I used to die so many times using the Galakrant hero power. For those of you who play the game, you know. It's the hero power where you constantly level up 1 minion and you hope to get a good Tavern 6 minion before everyone else.
Go big or go home, I always say.
And I died so many times doing that, and sometimes it was funny because you would just obliterate everyone, but other times it would just completely suck ass.
Go on without me. Go on without me.
And most of the time it completely sucked ass. So now this is pretty shit, but I have an idea of how to make this good because of the Wind Fury and attack. I can make this extremely useful as a minion. So yeah, normally these blood gems are +1/+1. Now I get 12 attack, so and 1 health though, so 13 stats in total. And on this card I put 3 of them. As you can see, it was more health oriented, but because it had Wind Fury. And now this tier 6 card is very powerful because the weak part was kind of the attack, right? And I just completely balanced that out by giving it attack with the blood gems that I've been buffing the whole game. So this is the exploitative part I was talking about. Like, look at how satisfying it is when you completely obliterate everyone. The other aspect I really appreciate about auto battlers and their very like low engagement. You can multitask a lot easier with these types of games. Like, quite often I'd be watching a YouTube video in between these. See, I have 100-second churn. You can actually go to the bathroom during this time without worrying that you would really lose much realistically. Wind Fury Divine shall learn this thing around more than top from the top. You know what? I'm just gonna take those minions and buff them with the blood gems I'm gonna get. Like that's gonna be my strategy. So this build is becoming random junk buffed with very high attack blood gems. And usually these are like tech cards, they're counters to something. I'm not countering something with this buffed Zap Flywhip. It attacks the weakest card. For those of you who don't play the game, usually the weakest card is something that has a strong effect but a weak attack and somewhat high health. This used to be a counter to that bomb build I was referring to, and quite a lot of other builds used the Baron card, which had 1 attack, 7 health, and this was 7 attack, 14 health, and it always attacked the lowest attack minion. And this Baron is actually a quite high tavern tier card, but it has a powerful effect, but it's still very low status, especially in the attack department. Zap Flywhip would kill it before your bombs could trigger their boom twice. Basically their death rattle is to explode twice instead of once. When you have the Baron, or if you have a golden Baron, then they explode 3 times. And Zap Flywhip would also kill a golden Baron, and the way to counter this is to usually have a card like this that's also 1 attack, or to buff your Baron. But now I'm not playing against a build that's necessarily countering something. I'm just spamming buffs because
go ahead and hire one of these recruits.
on what are essentially tech cards. because I don't have anything else to do. But I have very buffed blood gems, and it's working. Like, I'm just gonna put...
Better hire a recruit while you can.
Just gonna put a lot of attack on this Wind Fury minion, and this build, it's gonna be good. This build is completely random, but it's good, you know what I mean? Oh, there you go, that's the Baron. It's gonna be helpful with this, maybe I'll get even more. Yeah, now I can get even more ridiculous. I'm gonna try it.
Keep up the momentum, friend.
You can see the tier of the minions combined with my tier, I mean, as they're alive. This is the combined damage my opponent takes, and I just took out this guy out of the game, which is good for me.
Go big or go home, I always say.
Not so much for him, I guess, but get the point. I have no idea. Like, is it too late? So, yeah, it's too late to switch weapons. This is absolutely ridiculous.
The scourge will consume you.
Okay, now this is gonna get very powerful very quickly.
I like where you're going with this.
You know what, I'm just gonna make Baron killing machine too. So I'm gonna get a doubled effect doubled again. So yeah, it's gonna be powerful. Very powerful. I mean, that was a bit unfortunate, but I'm still gonna get it due to my hero power. It's not that much. Ooh. Yeah, that cleave attack was nasty. Oops. I killed him.
Nice work out there. Keep up the pressure.
What card should I remove? Honestly, this.
I love a good treasure. Let's look for more. You tread on sacred ground.
6/6. I mean, acceptable. It only costs 1 gold. Okay, I should mention I think I'm at full health. I don't think I've taken damage this game. And I'm Oh wait, never mind. I've tied. I need to check this video. I think I might have achieved something, but I think I took damage at some point. My armor is not. I think, yeah, I started with 10 armor. I don't have a win streak. This guy is on a 10 win streak, so let's see if he completely obliterates me before I get the chance.
I think you can win this thing.
To make my build completely ridiculous. Or I'm gonna be the guy who stops his win streak. I did not expect this game to go this well. Thought I was gonna die 5th and just post it on YouTube, but this might be better than I thought. Okay, that's a health for me, man. It's a lot of health. It's gonna take a few rounds, but I don't think this guy can realistically beat me in any way.
Go ahead and hire one of these recruits.
Just buy this as a tech card. Yeah, I need some health, but attack's working just fine for me at the moment. Give a minion divine show, that's actually worth it. That is actually very worth it.
Let's see if you can stay on top.
I don't really think I need to keep scaling. I think I should just use the poison-like cards, give it divine shield, buff it up a little, pick another good card, and end this guy's career while I still have the chance. He's emoting.
Keep up the pressure.
I'm guessing it's cause he's mad. So I'm gonna put this here. Okay, what can I have what can I have instead of Baron?
You're down a minion and up a goal.
Okay. Just buff up another card to Insanity that has Wind Fury, you know, why not? And give this guy Reborn.
You got this. ahead.
I think victory is secured with this one. This is pretty much I only lose if I get disconnected type of game, which has happened, so I'm not gonna get overly confident. It's happened more times than I would want to admit. It's happened so many times I might need to take antidepressants if I think too much about it. Okay, first place. Did not expect that. Well, since I haven't played in a while and low rank, and usually you move through the ranks quicker, so let's see, 300, yeah, that's a lot. Usually if you're higher up you get like, I don't know, like, can get 100 maybe if you're lucky, if you're like near 6k. Thank you very much for watching. Like and subscribe, and see you guys in the next video.